The poster boys in the building, Jimmy Manuwa and Volkan Oezdemir, number 3 versus number 5 in this UFC light heavyweight division. Tonight's Fight Clock is brought to you by HSS, the world leader in orthopedics. Manuwa in red, Volkan Oezdemir is in black.
Watch Manuwa's left hook. That's one of his biggest weapons, and he sets up his right knee real well with it. He goes jab, jab, jab hook, then leads with the hook, and then fires a knee up the middle. And this man is powerful.
Oezdemir's coaches say, don't let the subdued demeanor fool you. He is confident. He's got heart for days. Nice short shot there from Oezdemir.
Oh,
huge punches.
Oezdemir hurt him.
Awesome.
Oezdemir pushes Manuwa down. He's out. Oezdemir does it again.
Wow.
You gotta be kidding me.
Jimmy Manuwa thinks he's still fighting.
Switzerland stand up as they attend to Jimmy Manuwa.
Wow.
Volkan Oezdemir on the short list of fighters of the year thus far in 2017. Unbelievable result here in Anaheim.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jason Herzog has called a stop to this contest at 22 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout, Volkan No Time Oezdemir.
Now training under Henry Hooft Combat Club, taking on Donald Cowboy Cerrone. Cerrone is in blue, Robbie Lawler is in black. Tonight's Fight Clock is brought to you by HSS, the world leader in orthopedics.
Well, Robbie Lawler just went right at Donald, and he's landing some bombs. Donald's in trouble.
Oh, big knee from Lawler now.
Lawler is all over Cerrone. Cerrone with a nice knee to the body.
And if I'm Lawler's coach, I'm telling Lawler to do exactly this. Sprint to Cerrone, take advantage of a slow first round that he generally has, and he usually has to get punched to wake up. Well, he's been punched. Let's see if Cerrone's awake.
His right eye is almost closed already, guys.
So some early adversity for Donald Cerrone here tonight.
If you give Cerrone time to get his rhythm, his range, his timing, it's a bad fight.
Nice knee to the body there by Donald.
Watch that right kick, Cerrone. A right high kick, one of his best weapons. And I think we're going to see Lawler start ripping the body early on Cerrone as well.
Big Robbie chants raining down from the Anaheim faithful here. About a minute gone by in round 1.
Right now they're in the battle for the tie clinch. Nice elbow over the top.
Beautiful elbow.
And return.
And Robbie with the uppercut in the middle. And Donald is obliging him in this clinch here. Nice knee to the body by Donald.
7-Eleven, your neighborhood store.
Nasty knees being exchanged here. It looks like Donald's right eye, he might have just been closing it. He might have gotten poked in it or something because it seems to be open now. For sure, he took some hard shots in these exchanges.
Forward pressure of Lawler is really a problem right now for Cerrone. He needs space in order to use his kicks and his boxing extremely well. And right now, Lawler's forcing him to fight in the pocket. It just takes away any prettiness of Cerrone's style, though.
Yeah.
He's making it a brawl. This is what Lawler needed to do in the first round.
And Cerrone has certainly shored up some things when it comes to his pocket presence, but you're right. The more range, the better, as Cerrone attacks upstairs now.
And that right high kick, oh, nasty knee.
Nasty knee return by Donald. Robbie's doing a great job of landing those punches from the clip. There's that kick to the body. Takedown by by Donald.
And one more UFC finish would put him in a first place tie with Anderson Silva and Vitor Belfort for the most in UFC history.
Cerrone's super good from the top at forcing you to somehow give your back. And he just keeps, he's getting closer and closer to better position on Lawler right now. Passed all the way to side north.
Beautiful side control right there. Now moves to north-south.
Until you make a mistake and then he takes your back or takes your neck.
So Donald Cerrone survives the early
Hard knee to the body by Donald. And there's the back. Oh, right back up to his feet. Beautiful explosion by Robbie.
And that's what Cerrone's always looking for.
Oh, he hurt him. He hurt him in the clinch.
Lawler getting back to that left kick. He's been in a lot of 5-round wars. So.
Oh!
There's the right high kick.
Cerrone attacks to the body. 5 minutes in the can, potentially 10 more to go.
In my opinion, try to get Cerrone down on the scorecards.
Donald's talking, having some fun in there.
That one.
Well, this is not the distance that favors Robbie.
That is correct.
If he gives Donald a chance to do this, to loosen up and get fluid with his combinations.
1+ minute gone by here, round 2.
Nice elbow again. Excellent timing with that elbow in the break.
And it would seem like a perfect partnership. Robbie Lawler and Henry Hooft, two guys who like to keep it relatively simple on the feet.
I like that setup there with that low kick.
Yep, yes, make him run. That's how you make him run, cowboy.
So everything's camouflaged for him so that he can use that head kick.
He's also great at stabbing you in the body with that kick and taking away your wind.
And then you get away from defending the headshot.
Oh, nice left hand counter by Cerrone. Lawler circles out as we cross the midpoint of round 2.
Oh, beautiful knee to the body by Cerrone. Just the diversity of the attack of Donald Cerrone seems to be a big factor here. There's a nice shot to the body by Robbie.
Cerrone backs Lawler up again.
He just shoots it out there, almost like karate style. Look, beautiful switch up there. And gone with the high kick after the knee. Donald's just mixing things up beautifully.
Some swelling starting to develop now on the right side of the forehead of Robbie Lawler.
And that's why I have to respect that plan by Cerrone. How many times have you seen Cerrone shoot 7 times?
Lawler darts in, pays for it.
He's hacking at him with those elbows.
So a strong start tonight for Robbie Lawler. Cowboy Cerrone has taken control since as the fighters exchange leg kicks here down the stretch of round 2. Oh, straight right hand lands flush for Cowboy. Speaking of legends, a couple of action heroes here. Donald Cowboy Cerrone and Robbie Lawler
come out here and do the same thing, taking pictures, relaxing. Next thing you know, he's knocking somebody out. Cerrone, fun is a scary man.
He just got caught with a head kick.
Maybe too much fun, huh?
And then Robbie went 2 to the body there, and then tried the third one to the head. Oh, beautiful knee to the body by Cowboy.
starting to find the range with that high kick again.
Oh, beautiful knee to the body there by Cowboy. And heavy on the power kicks.
Very smart.
And Lawler attacks the right side of that Cerrone body yet again. We will go into the blue corner now.
He got no liver.
Excuse me, into the red corner of Robbie Lawler.
Boy got no liver.
Keep working. Nice. That's it,
You hear Kami Barzini, Joe, saying, boy got no liver.
Yeah, he definitely got hurt with those shots to the body. I mean, Robbie Lawler is a power kicker for sure. And Donald is keeping that right arm low, which could make him vulnerable to the head kick. He's trying to protect that body.
Lawler's found his second win, just misses on the uppercut.
Lawler coming out heavy with the pressure and the kicks, just like you said, Joe, has really, gotten Cerrone to...
And Robbie is trying to close the distance and set him up with another one. He lands an uppercut there and a right hand over the top. Nice elbow there by Cowboy.
I think Lawler would do well to go back to that kick to the body.
Lawler has the timing down. He has stuffed 11 of 12 shots from Cerrone thus far.
And Cerrone's forcing shots because of the pressure of Lawler. Lawler's forcing the shots out of Cerrone when he doesn't want to because the pressure's too much.
Oh, he landed a nice left hand. Beautiful exchange here for both men. And Robbie senses blood.
Less than 2 minutes now to decide this one.
And now he's punching the body of Cerrone as well.
There's that shot to the body again.
Total strikes in the third round. The numbers unofficially tell you Cerrone has the advantage. Less than 30 seconds now to go, and Lawler has been in perpetual forward motion in this final round. Attacks the body yet again.
Big shots. Oh, Donald got hurt.
Lawler followed up with a right hand. Cerrone trying to say to John McCarthy it was an eye poke, but the action continues.
Yeah, he's wincing with his left eye.
Down the stretch we go. They are up and cheering in Anaheim, California.
Let's just add 2 more rounds real quick. What do you think? For the heck of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score this contest 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Ruthless Robbie Lawler.
She said the change of opponent not ideal, but she compared it to an in-fight adjustment. Let's see how it goes. Tonight's Fight Clock is brought to you by HSS, the world leader in orthopedics. Chris Cyborg in white, Tanya Evinger is in blue.
Oh, whipped her with a left hook right away and dropped her.
Straight right is there for Cyborg.
Evinger doing a good job. Oh, she got tagged there.
And this is what she needed to do.
Yep.
She needed to just make it ugly, grab a hold of Cyborg, try to get Cyborg to just punch, not take too much damage, but just make it as ugly as she can.
Evinger pulls guard. Cyborg's making her stand up.
She also knows that Evinger wants to grab a hold of her and just hang on her, so she's keeping the distance that way and making Evinger tired by just putting pressure, looking for big shots.
A couple right hands over the top. Now a knee from Chris Cyborg.
Evinger hanging in there.
Go in there and get knocked out like anybody else. You know, she wants to win this fight. She's just doing what she can with what she has.
Woo! Evinger with her hands together. Can she get the takedown?
In years.
No, she has done very well in legit Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournaments. And Evinger all over her here. Evinger making her work. Another consideration is that Cyborg cuts a tremendous amount of weight to get to 145 pounds. Tanya Evinger does not. Tanya Evinger may have an endurance advantage if she can survive. And Evinger gets the takedown here. Nasty knee to the body by Cyborg.
Evinger can keep pulling her down, keep trying this tactic, and it can wear out Cyborg. I mean, this is a way that Evinger can win. It's the only way.
2 minutes now to go in this first round. Lena Landsberg was able to extend Cyborg to a second round in what was a main event in Brazil last September. Cyborg complaining of an eye poke. Tanya Evinger here.
Yeah, no question about that foul.
Just look it out.
All right, we'll see if the brief respite helps Tanya Evinger at all. Less than 2 minutes here to go in this first round of a possible 5.
Both girls are extending their hands. Oh, nasty knee to the body there. Evinger doing a great job of securing the clinch. She's scrappy.
Cyborg just misses on that kick upstairs.
And she's also not trying to go strength for strength. Cyborg just got tagged there.
Evinger hanging tough as we expected.
She's doing a real good job of avoiding the big shots, rolling with them, getting close, and avoiding getting beaten up in the clinch.
The one problem is Cyborg's starting to go to the body.
And
she's finishing her combinations with head kicks, and Evinger's ducking her head to both sides. So it's just a matter of time.
The underdog Evinger.
She stunned her.
Dan Henderson inside kick to an overhand right would work pretty well right about now.
Chopping right hand from Cyborg and a knee right at the horn.
Wow.
All right, round 2 here. Chris Cyborg, Tanya Evinger. Joe, you can do worse than Tito Ortiz and Jason Perillo barking orders in that corner.
Jason Perillo is one of the most underrated boxing coaches in all of MMA.
Evinger's corner saying, just tag her, touch her from the outside here and there. She'll come to you, and then when she comes to you, try to take her down and hold her down this time. That's what Evinger's corner wants from her.
Cyborg's chewing up that inside leg.
A lot of head movement from Chris Cyborg, and then she stuns Evinger with a jab.
Evinger with the right hand over the top. Check that one.
That inside kick is going to set up a big right hand for Cyborg. She keeps landing it. Lined up perfectly down the pipe.
Some would argue Evinger's stock goes up even by extending Chris to a second round.
Or her stock went up just accepting this fight.
Yeah, agreed.
There's not a long line of people willing to fight Cyborg. Short notice for the title. Evinger's got to land something to get Cyborg's respect. She's looking to land that jab. Oh, she got caught with the right hand there. And here's the clinch. Knee to the body by Cyborg.
Nicely done.
Oh, nice uppercut by Evinger.
And then you have a chance to get the win in the later rounds, possibly, if you wear her down. That's what Evinger's hoping, and that's her tactic.
Marlos Kunin extending Chris Cyborg to a 4th round back in 2013. Right hand lands for Evinger, and then Cyborg, with twice the authority, lands Marlboro.
What this style does is it just slows down the pace of Cyborg. It keeps her from being able to just tactically pick her apart because Evinger just grabs a hold of her, so it slows things down and it makes Cyborg have to take her time more. Cyborg would do good to land that inside kick and then follow up that inside kick with a barrage of punches.
We talk a lot about Cyborg's talent, but the work ethic is there too, the coachability.
Beautiful leg kick by Cyborg. And Cyborg can't take Evinger out. You get into the 3rd, 4th, and 5th round, whether or not she starts getting discouraged. She's landing good shots, particularly these leg kicks here. She's using her experience. Oh, she's got tagged there. But she rolls with things.
Yeah, man. Last thing she's looking for is a way out. Very incredible out of Tanya Evinger.
No doubt about it. She's in there to win.
Well, for Evinger, she's just kind of waiting for Cyborg to unload and wear herself out, punching, kicking, trying to grapple her, and then hopefully she has an opening somewhere in the middle of that to get her finish.
She's throwing technical strikes. Nice inside leg kick. She's landed many of those, and that's going to take a lot out of the movement of Tanya Evinger.
Of Evinger, to counter, to hit her with right hands, or to do anything about it. Body shots would be a real usage for Cyborg at this point because Evinger's ducking her head so much. Well, I think that proves that Evinger would put up a better fight in the way I see it because she didn't even want to get in here. Evinger's here, so I'm glad to see Evinger put up this fight with Cyborg.
Absolutely.
Mad at herself because somebody was tougher than her to take the fight. Exactly. Yeah, that would make me mad. I'll tell you that.
Oh, right hand.
Maybe the most significant strike of the fight right there for Chris Cyborg.
With that head kick.
Evinger just looking at her like, really? You gonna kick me in my head?
And Evinger not even a scratch on her. Cyborg knocks her down here. Could this be the beginning of the end? 1 minute into round 3.
Hard leg kicks by Cyborg. Good Lord.
No surprise, Cyborg welcomes Evinger back to her feet. Leg kicks for Chris Cyborg. 24 of 24 will work.
Hard kick by Cyborg and a beautiful jab behind it.
Superman punch landed partially for Cyborg. Oh, single plus knees now.
That's it.
And this could do it.
That's it.
Chris Cyborg finally can add UFC champion to the ledger.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mike Beltran has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 56 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by TKO, and now the new undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Chris Cyborg.
This is a close-knit family, and they are out to support the UFC welterweight champion tonight in defense of his title against the submission magician Damian Maia. Tonight's fight clock, is brought to you by HSS, the world leader in orthopedics.
This is such a fascinating matchup to me. I'm so curious to see how this plays out.
I have a feeling Maya's going to put Tyron on the cage.
Wow, look at that, right away. Right away shoots.
Woodley has a habit of using the fence as a gauge for when people come in on him.
Look at this.
Woodley's been taken down one time in 11 UFC fights. So far, so good.
And Damian's already cut.
His eye, there's something going on with his left eye.
I don't know what happened to his eye. I don't know if he got caught with an uppercut on the way in or what, but it is bad.
Can a squeeze do that type of damage? I mean,
Pretty sure Woodley hit him with an uppercut on the way into that shot. And now what I'm seeing is that Damian's going to pull him to the half guard sweep here, just yank him on top of him. Right now, Woodley knows exactly what's going on. See how he's controlling the hand of Damian?
Yeah.
As long as he controls that hand, Damian can't lock his hands and finish the takedown. That's why you see the hand control. Hand control is key. Grips are everything in jiu-jitsu and also wrestling. Hand control is everything here.
And great patience.
compared to his previous defenses against Stephen Wonderboy Thompson.
And now he waits, Tyron waits for Damian to get himself tired, missing shots, not finishing shots, and then he starts picking him apart with power as Damian comes to him.
2 minutes gone by in round one. Another shot from Maia here. Woodley too strong so far.
Something happened here.
Oh, fence grab.
And it's so hard to not grab the fence when you're losing your balance. It's near impossibility, but you better be careful. Good left hand landed by Maia.
Maia again grabbing the leg and Woodley avoids it.
Maia will come to him and he'll keep firing overhands and uppercuts.
And Maia is throwing that left hand.
Woodley's keeping away from there for the most part now.
Woodley's showing him the punches and feigning with the kicks.
Now he's baiting him. He's looking for that uppercut right now. See how he's dipping his right shoulder?
They're gonna have to get that end swell on that eye quickly.
This fight just goes to show you the power of this Tyron Woodley to not even land flush necessarily and nearly close Damian Maia's eye.
Yeah, literally the first punch he threw. Oh,
knocked down for Woodley, and you can be sure he will welcome Maia back to his feet. Been there, done that.
That right hand landed so hard.
Tyron's talking to him. He's talking to him. Damian Maia's throwing bombs now himself.
Woodley looking to set up that uppercut, instead goes to a right hand that landed partially. Well, Woodley was backing up towards the fence in round one. Yeah, to what extent, Joe, is his vision compromised at this point?
It's a really good question. And it's also a real good question as to whether or not he's got a shattered orbital. So how much can he absorb? Well, usually when an eye swells up that quickly, there's probably some damage. Who knows how bad to the orbital.
Woodley's so smart, though. Look how he runs like this. I mean, he just gets out of there. He doesn't even let Maia have a tiny opportunity to grab a hold of him, and this wears down Maia.
Total strikes, Woodley tripling up on Maia. Limited action, though, on both sides. Under 30 seconds now to go in the round.
What's really happening now? I mean, it's worth a try is my point.
Starting to maybe look a little bit better than it did towards the tail end of that second round.
So they've done a good job of the end swell, which will push some of the swelling away from the eye, and he hasn't really been tagged cleanly again on that eye. But if he does, it could shut up totally.
Maia's corner said that he's got to get closer before he shoots, but they didn't really give him any tools to get closer. So that's kind of a problem. I mean, he hasn't really had an answer for the distance yet of Woodley.
You're talking about a guy who fought at 185 pounds, cut weight to get there.
You got to be careful. You got to choose your strikes.
I like how he did that. Showed the hands and landed that inside leg kick. Perhaps we're seeing a pattern here. There's quite a bit of blood on the bridge of his nose, and his left eye looks terrible.
But don't forget what the power of Woodley feels like. I mean, these guys get hit and you start seeing that his opponents, Woodley's opponents, slow down. The power is serious, and it is something they're aware of.
All right, championship rounds here. Tyron Woodley in the black and gold, befitting a champion. Damian Maia, the challenger, in white.
We're in the fourth round. Does he just keep going like this and lose a decision? Or does he try to make something happen and risk getting knocked out?
Especially because after you get knocked out, you don't remember it anyway.
Shot again, easily stuffed.
And when you saw these guys face to face at the weigh-in yesterday, you couldn't help but notice Maia's size advantage, but
Are a huge factor.
well, Damian Maia trying to get after it here, working on a single leg with Woodley up against the fence.
And this is technical wrestling by Woodley. He's going to cut the corner and it takes the pressure off the single leg. I mean, that's just what...
He just bounces out of the way brilliantly.
Well, in that fight at UFC 211, Maia Masvidal very close. It could easily be game bred in there tonight as Woodley slips that leg out yet again.
So easy. There's not been that yet.
Well, he did dropped
him
Damian.
once. Yeah, they tagged him there. But when he hurt Wonder Boy, he had Wonder Boy on the way out, and Wonder Boy managed to survive.
"20 minutes down, 5 to go to determine the UFC welterweight champion. Let's see if he can make the most of these final 5 minutes. And for the UFC welterweight champion, Tyron Woodley, perhaps still work to be done to make sure he leaves with his hand raised tonight."
Dom, are you frustrated by the advice that Damian is getting in his corner?
No, I'm frustrated by the fact that Maia's not throwing more strikes for himself. He got in deep on a double there. But we saw him quit driving forward, and that allowed Woodley to be able to escape it.
Outstanding takedown defense for Tyron Woodley on display yet again.
Maia's open mat shots need more drive to him.
Decent shot from Maia there, nothing doing. Maia thus far, he has yet to land one.
And not even coming close.
Well, now you're seeing...
Well, we are on pace to shatter the record.
Threw a head kick.
There, now you know what it looks like.
That's not a record we want to break.
No, we don't.
Again. I mean, not much time. The chant of boring. The last thing a fighter ever wants to hear. But he shucks off another takedown attempt by Maia.
So a new career high, 23 takedown attempts for Damian Maia. And here we are, final seconds of this fight. He has yet to get Woodley down. That was his path to victory. Nothing doing against the former Big 12 champion and UFC welterweight king, Tyron Woodley. Nice head movement there. So Tyron Woodley and Damian Maia go the distance.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges scored this contest 50-45, 49-46, and 49-46 for the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Tyron, the chosen one, Woodley.
The wait is over. Jon Jones is back for the first time since April of 2016 to take on one of his chief rivals, if not his chief rival, the reigning champ, Daniel Cormier. Tonight's Fight Clock is brought to you by HSS, the world leader in orthopedics. Jon Jones in white getting off early here. Cormier in the black with gold.
Cormier checking the kicks very well right off the bat. See if he catches it. Can create wrestling from catching those kicks at all.
Oh, big. Looked like he knocked the mouthpiece out.
He did.
Huge
Big John
uppercuts.
picked it up. Spinning back kick to the body by John. Jones is fighting without a mouthpiece right now. Big John looks for an opportunity to give it back to him. Takedown for Jon Jones.
Not quite.
DC
No
right
control.
back up to his feet.
There's no control from that takedown. Cormier was able to flip him right up.
Nice left hand over the top.
Watch the left high kick coming. See, Jones is eating the inside kick coming over the top of the Superman punch. Spectre Gadget, arms and legs.
Well, and he's a guy who will have length over most heavyweights if indeed he chooses to move up one day.
See the pressure from DC like he should be. The feints are going to do huge dividends, pay huge dividends for Jones if he keeps those fakes going on DC.
John loves those oblique kicks to the thighs that hyperextend your knees.
Jones shucks Cormier off there. DC 13-0 as a heavyweight. before moving down to 205 pounds. He's never been finished in mixed martial arts.
Remember this, the height of Jones makes underhooks from DC not as effective. He has to jack John Jones up in order for an underhook to work.
Nice
And he's
knee
not
to the
able to.
body there.
And those are the knees we saw Jones land on DC early to take the rounds 4 and 5.
Oh, I doubt that. Yeah. He would love to look spectacular. That doesn't make any sense at all. Not emotional, methodical.
Yep.
See it in his eyes. He's
Yes.
right here.
Yep.
He's getting clipped every here and there, just like every other fight, though. I mean, both these guys are getting hit.
Very good point.
Less than 2 minutes here to go, round one. So you've got to say, pretty good start here for Cormier, the betting underdog here tonight.
We'll see for Jones, he grabs your hands, and comes over with an elbow. His elbows are like a right hand or a jab.
Yeah, he used that very well against Rashad.
Agreed. And DC is seeing everything is what I'm noticing.
He caught him.
Big punches landed by DC. And he's hanging on the head of Jones, looking for uppercuts, knees. There they are. There's the uppercut he likes.
Jones touching deep.
Over the top.
DC, combination, starting with a kick, ending with a kick, finish mixing punches in between. I mean, it's a different Daniel Cormier right now with his combinations in this first
And
round.
he's talking trash.
He is talking now.
He's feeling it.
Well, Jones outlanded Cormier. Round two forthcoming. Jones is in white. Daniel Cormier in the black trunks with gold trim.
Nice left hook to the body, partially blocked. Nice knee to the body by John. DC's landed several of those right leg kicks. And there's another one. And John switching stances, perhaps because of it.
Cormier closes the distance, rips the body, doing a pretty good job getting inside of that reach of John Jones.
We saw the momentum towards the end of the first round go towards Daniel Cormier.
I think DC said there was a headbutt possibly.
Let the doctor look at it. I'm just gonna let him look at it real quick.
Right
Okay.
there,
I'm gonna give
clear.
it 1 second. Come here. Over that. It's unintentional clash of heads. Good, thank you.
All right, we resume the second round here, 1 minute in. Jones choosing to work the body here. He's done so to great effect in the early going.
He's so effective with that stomp to the thigh. That's such a tricky technique. Beautiful left hook and a right hand over the top by DC.
And now we're seeing DC use the same strategy Jones uses. He grabs the hands and then starts throwing combinations once he gets Jones to reach.
Kicks there for Johnny Bones. Now DC returns fire.
That one he caught, though, on the shin. But you got to think that there's a lot going on in that first fight as well with emotions.
Cormier shakes off the groin strike there. Under 3 minutes here to go in the round.
DC starting to chase John a little bit more instead of head him off. There we go. Now we see him head him off. That's what DC's got to do, is not get caught up chasing Jones, following him, but head him off. Another big
Back
right
ahead
hand,
with that
yeah.
shot.
Double left hook right hand by DC.
Looked like it landed right behind the
Right
ear.
hand by
Now Jones.
DC's saying you're missing.
Oh, beautiful 2 shots. Left hook and a right uppercut.
Big uppercuts. Now DC's getting him coming in. Breaking his posture. Got Jones grabbing for a clinch and he's hitting him.
Jones with a high kick. This is absolutely a different Daniel Cormier than their first fight.
Fighting Gustafsson helped him a ton. You gotta believe that.
Beautiful trip by Daniel, but he wound up on the bottom. Nice knee to the body.
Recovery from Jones was beautiful. I mean, these guys are just...
I mean, these
Awesome to
are
watch.
easily the 2 best light heavyweights of all time.
In wrestling, they move like 125ers. I mean, they just have the right movements. They know where everything's at.
Strikes. Jones doubling up on Daniel Cormier thus far. 1 minute now to go in round 2.
And the biggest difference is look how comfortable DC is underhooking, clinching with Jones. Nobody feels that comfortable, but DC with his Greco background, he's comfortable. He's smiling in the clinch with Jones. He loves it. That's where he wants to be.
DC has been hyper-focused on this rematch since the first meeting 2.5 years ago. Took care of his business while Jon Jones was not competing. Nice 1-2 there from Cormier. First meeting also very competitive through 3 rounds.
Ready? Get up.
All right, here we go. 3rd round of a possible 5 for the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship. Daniel Cormier, Jon Jones.
Right now we got Jones landing more because he's longer. He's able to touch DC first, and those kicks. DC's not throwing as many kicks as Jones. Those kicks are adding up on the tolls for Jones on the numbers.
It's also the volume of strikes that Jon's throwing. He's never stopping.
Yep. The range is always going to be an issue to get by. Nice, beautiful uppercut left hook. That's been his best combination anytime he commits to the pocket with Jones. Cool. And really, Jones is just being highly economical, going to the body on DC with the knees, with the low kicks, and with the body punches. It just make it, it's taxing. It adds up.
Cormier once again sends Jones retreating.
He's just having a hard time reaching Jon. Oh, Jon landed a high kick. He's hurt.
DC was stunned by that head kick. Jones trying to press the issue here. Cormier is down. Not out yet.
Cormier's in big, big trouble. And Jon is all over him.
Here comes Johnny Bones with the ground and pound. Cormier.
That could be it.
Trying to survive.
That's it. He's out.
That is it.
He's out.
Jon Jones has done it. Jon Jones is back. And he is the new UFC light heavyweight champion. How about it?
Wow.
All right, with that, the official decision is brought to you by Metro PCS, who brings you closer than ever to the UFC on a fast nationwide 4G LTE network. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Big John McCarthy has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 1 second of the 3rd round, declaring the winner by knockout. And now, and again, the new undisputed